When you can't retain, like, good teachers, then that affects everything, and students, form bonds with teachers, and that, plays a big role in their, education and how much they get out of it.
And if you feel like you're a cog in the wheel, like you don't have an opportunity to really influence the system that you're a part of, you do that 4 or 5 years, even if you have a heart for kids, you start to think, well, maybe I need to find another way to make an impact, and you start to transition out, and then the kids lose that great teacher.
So many teachers have so much to do that they don't have the bandwidth or the support to pursue some of their ideas or to bring some of their ideas to fruition. But that doesn't mean that their ideas are not there.
As educators, we undervalue like our presence and how much insight we have into deep, complex issues. I mean, we live them every single day with our students.
People told me that they feel like I'm like a mad scientist. So I'm always like, and then I'm going to do this, and I want to do it this way, and then maybe this. And so I'm always like adding things to the potion. And so sometimes that would be, the opposite side of the magnet to, Karen, this is the teak that I want you to teach, and I want you to teach it in this way, and I want you to test the kids this way. And so it was almost the opposite. It was hard to bring in the mad science to a very formulated recipe. And so I found myself unfulfilled.
So there have been lots of studies lately that have pointed to the fact that the #1 driver of student achievement is the quality of the teacher in the classroom. And so if we can get more and more high quality teachers in front of students and keep them in front of students longer, then students will get better gains.
The mission of Impact Lab is to help visionary educators convert their ideas for change into actual change in schools. One of the goals of Impact Lab is to help schools retain their most visionary teachers, the most talented teachers, the most creative teachers. So what Impact Lab does in our daily work is we bring together, on the one hand, the idealism of educators and the energy that professionals bring to education, and on the other hand, a mindset and a skill set of entrepreneurship. And what Impact Lab is the nexus where these two things come together and grow new solutions to the benefit of children.
And so you need ways to really invest in the ones that you want to keep so that they will stay on the team longer and be able to continue to grow and have a professional development pathway and a leadership pathway so that they're not always seeking other opportunities or other organizations.
We have a lot of insight in how to make things better, and how to improve situations.
It's all about the space. So there's all the ideas, but how do we manifest that? By giving them the space to do it. The stars align in many ways in my life, and I feel like I was looking for something to push me out of my comfort zone and challenge me in a way that was satiating. And so when Impact Lab came about, it was kind of like just what I needed to be inspired. I guess as long as I feel like I'm still inspiring children and doing things that tap into all the pieces of education that I like, I will keep teaching.
We are really using this entrepreneurial language, which I really did not have a lot of experience with before. And it's really helping and pushing me to be more reflective about my idea. I enrolled in this program because I think that my idea could help a lot of people, including myself. I think that teachers and students could greatly benefit from a tool like this.
It seemed just like a perfect fit, and it has really opened my eyes to not just having an idea, but building that idea. So, and there's a lot more work that goes into it than I was anticipating or thought. System that's going to be used, the platform that people are going to be able to use. How will people search? How will documents need to be saved? A lot of smaller details that my original big picture idea did not include. So that's got me thinking a lot deeper, and it's a lot better for me to realize these things.
The The Entrepreneur Fellowship is designed for experienced and veteran teachers who have an idea for change that comes from their own practice, but they don't necessarily have the how-to skills, the entrepreneurial skills to turn this idea into a reality, into a sustainable program at their school.
The project I'm currently working on is a framework that helps teachers that want to do project-based learning and they want to take it to the next level. So they're interested in project-based learning. They might kind of know about project-based learning, but they don't really know how to make it broader than just one project.
Teachers are sometimes overwhelmed and definitely often challenged by the behaviors that they see. And if they were able to track their responses to those behaviors, I think that they would make better choices and make more data-informed choices when it came to addressing a certain student behavior. So I'm looking to make a tool that would aid teachers in collecting data on how they're responding to their students and figuring out, hey, is this working or is it not working?
Okay, what I'm working on, I'm trying to create a database that's easily searchable for teachers, especially new teachers. That's really what my target audience is. That way they can access curriculum, lesson plans, assessments, activities that are made by teachers in their own building or in their own district.
You know, if you're a teacher, your job isn't to just show up and phone it in and give out worksheets and things. Your job is to, get engaged and, be a leader in your, in your classroom or, in your department. And so I think that we all need to embrace, our inner leader.
We believe that the best ideas in education don't come from the State House and they don't come out of the district office. We believe that the best ideas in education come from visionary people in the classroom, by visionary practitioners.
To do. I mean, in every industry, practitioners are able to innovate and the best solutions are usually out of the practitioner's hands. And we can do that as well. And I think that is really the powerfulness of a program like Impact Lab, is that it unleashes that ability and it helps you take that leap forward.
Teacher leadership to me means really taking the skills and the stories and the methods and the practices that I know and sharing it with others so that we can all, in this together, empower children. So it's taking it out of my classroom and making it a bigger story.
You keep a master teacher in front of the classroom longer. And if you're able to add 2, 3, 4, 5+ years onto that teacher's tenure in the classroom, then that's perhaps 5 or more years of kids that have an expert teacher teaching them, and they get the student achievement gains that come from that. That can over time completely transform a student and a school's trajectory.